5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Human activities, from pollution to overpopulation, are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us. The main cause is a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons, let the sun's light in, but keep some of the heat from escaping, like the glass walls of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth's temperature. Human activities, like the burning of fossil fuels, have increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere by more than a third since the Industrial Revolution. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate. While Earth's climate has fluctuated in the past, atmospheric carbon dioxide hasn't reached today's levels in hundreds of thousands of years. Climate change has consequences for our oceans, our weather, our food sources, and our health. Ice sheets, such as Greenland and Antarctica, are melting. The extra water that was once held in glaciers causes sea levels to rise and spills out of the oceans, flooding coastal regions. Warmer temperatures also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms, floods, and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent droughts. These changes in weather pose challenges. Growing crops becomes more difficult. The areas where plants and animals can live shift, and water supplies are diminished. In addition to creating new agricultural challenges, climate change can directly affect people's physical health. In urban areas, the warmer atmosphere creates an environment that traps and increases the amount of smog. This is because smog contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperatures. Exposure to higher levels of smog can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer. While the rapid rate of climate change is caused by humans, humans are also the ones who can combat it. If we work to replace fossil fuels with renewable energy sources like solar and wind, which don't produce greenhouse gas emissions, we might still be able to prevent some of the worst effects of climate change.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me Muhammad Sahli from PT Kurita API Indonesia to convey healthy and happy greetings to all of you. This time I will deliver material related to the implementation of ESG, environment, social and governance, policies at PT Kurita API Indonesia. After we watch the video about climate change, I hope we can better understand how important it is for us to do something for our future and anticipate this climate change. PT Kurita API has tried to develop an ESG roadmap to anticipate the impact of climate change on the railway mode and efforts to reduce carbon emissions in the railway sector. From this picture, it can be seen that the Earth is getting warmer every day. From 1850 to 2016, the Earth's temperature has risen by about 1.5 degrees Celsius. This situation will continue to occur and increase if no efforts are made to reduce it. Greenhouse gases will cause the greenhouse effect, one of which will cause global warming. The occurrence of global warming will cause climate change, which will definitely have an impact on climate disasters. Until now, greenhouse emissions are still increasing. Coal mining, coal plants, industrial processes, land transportation, etc. are examples of human activities that cause ongoing greenhouse emissions. Climate change: should you fly, drive, or take the railway? This question can be answered with the following table. Carbon emission from Eurostar as an example of rail mode is the lowest carbon emission mode. Eurostar only produces 6 grams of CO2 per passenger kilometer, while buses produce 104 grams of CO2 per passenger kilometer. The railway is one of the modes of transport with the lowest emissions per passenger compared to other modes of transport. Providing low-carbon services, but does that mean KAI's role is enough? What about the business operations within KAI? Apart from climate change, the COVID-19 pandemic has contributed to a new trend. Increased investor and other stakeholder focus on ESG considerations, public scrutiny, government regulation, ESG rating, encouragement for green jobs. Increased importance of social for corporates and investors, healthcare and access to medicine, education, sustainable tourism, rapid growth in social ties. This awareness keeps investors focused on environment-related opportunities, renewable energy, sustainable transportation, biodiversity, green bonds. Structural embedding of sustainable investments across asset classes, equities, bonds, private equity, housing. Business profits must remain visible, even in the current state of market volatility. The relationship between ESG and SDGs can be illustrated in the table below. Environment, which includes aspects of greenhouse gas emissions, air pollution, solid waste and liquid waste, land use and biodiversity, resource and energy use, reflects SDGs numbers 6, 7, 12, 13, 14 and 15. While social, which includes public relations rights, employee welfare, occupational health and safety, community relations, data security and customer privacy, access to basic services, reflects SDGs numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, and 11. While governance, which includes governance structures in the company's organizational structure, risk management, code of ethics, investing in the green sector and anti-corruption, reflects SDGs numbers 9, 16, and 17. Here are some examples of applications of environmental aspects implemented in the company: use of renewable energy such as solar panels in office buildings, stations, etc. Use of electric vehicles and construction of charging stations. Water saving, or paperless campaigns. Waste should not pollute the environment around the operational area, establishing a wastewater treatment plant, WWTP, rehabilitation of coastal mangrove forests and conservation of fauna. The company does not use animals as part of trials and does not harm animals in the production process. These are all examples of environmental applications that the company may be able to do. Examples of the implementation of the social aspect include: the company routinely conducts employee safety inspections, training related to hard skills and soft skills is provided to workers regardless of gender or position. The company innovates the products and services provided to customers. IT security or customer data is monitored regularly to prevent data theft. Recruitment of local labor around the company's operations. And others. Examples of the implementation of governance aspects include: establishment of an ESG working unit or ESG division under the director, in charge of managing all ESG topics. Transparent financial management in the company. Implementation of ISO 37001 regarding anti-bribery. Signing of integrity pacts for employees and vendors at the time of procurement of goods and services and others. How to improve company ESG performance. The first step is preparation of ESG documents such as roadmaps, policies, data recap or ESG data bank. The second step is ESG performance publication through sustainability reports, official website. And the third or final step is participation in the ESG rating as an evaluation report of the KPI performance of the Board of Directors to the Ministry of SOEs. This is our entire presentation on the implementation of ESG in PT Kereta API Indonesia, and furthermore in the attachment of this presentation we have also attached the ESG roadmap that will be implemented in the company until 2060. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this presentation can be an inspiration to implement ESG in ASEAN railway companies. I also hope that next year we will meet again at the ARCEO organization in Indonesia. See you next year in Indonesia.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.